Want to stop spills from raining on your party parade?
Today on Problem Solved.
Weird, but so satisfying.
Wire Rack will give you 360 crispification and give that 2.5 Michelin stars.
Am I out of distilled white vinegar? How is that possible?
Someone needs some DWV?
Oh my gosh!
It never fails. I love having people over to the house.
Yeah, it's the best.
But do you do like the full clean of the home before your guests arrive? You know, a few days before, the week of. They come over and ruin it all again.
Do you want the real answer or the answer that like someone who was coming over to my house, I would tell them?
Give me the real answer.
No.
How clean is your house when I'm coming over for a party?
I used to do a deep clean. I'm gonna be honest. I used to do a deep clean because I thought it was important. I thought everyone would be like looking at the baseboards or like inspecting the walls. No, they're not doing that. They're drinking champagne and having a good time. They can't see that stuff, so I just do a cosmetic clean because I do a deep clean after and save myself the time and the agony of watching people mess up my home and then crying about it later because I did a deep clean before. Messed up floors got you down during party time. Here's how to protect your floors for a party. First things first, before you start moving furniture before a party, which I highly recommend if you don't want something to get ruined, you need to put some felt pads on the bottom of your furniture legs so your floors don't get scratched. These felt pads are super affordable, can be found at pretty much any home improvement store, and come in all different sizes, so they're super discreet under your table legs. I think I like that one. Smooth like butter. Roll up all the rugs that you really care about and can't stand to see get ruined, and put them in a room you're not using. Another tip for prepping your floors pre-party is that you don't need a mop and a deep clean before the party starts. You're gonna spend all this time doing it after, so just a broom or a vacuum will give it a nice cosmetic cleanup, and you can ditch the mop. One easy way to keep your floors cleaner during a party is to have your guests enter through one entrance in the house and notify your guests before the party starts what entrance that is. Another idea, even though it may not seem as festive, is to have guests use an entrance like a mud room that has flooring that's made for high traffic so you can protect entrances with more fragile flooring. Another easy way to reduce the amount of dirt and debris that gets tracked in onto your floors during a party is to lay 2 doormats, one on each side of the door, so guests have 2 chances to wipe their feet. And if you really want to kick that up a notch, you can ditch the regular doormat and use an industrial sticky mat like this. Oh, so sticky. These sticky mats are typically used at places like construction sites and labs and hospitals for getting debris off shoes, but you can easily pick them up online. Weird, but so satisfying. Another kind of weird but super effective way to protect your floors during a party is to use the sticky clear runners that they use at open houses. Super effective, guys. These can also be used on carpet or any other kind of flooring. And if you're hosting a party when there's a ton of slush and snow outside that people are tracking in, you can put a discreet basket of towels next to your entrance and just put a sign out to prompt guests what you want them to do. Speaking of baskets and towels, it's a great idea to have a basket filled with clean white cloths, the famous Volex, and some water so you can act against spills and stains before they really set in. Just put it somewhere discreet but easily accessible so you can get to stains when you need to and fly under the radar. And if you have carpet in an area where guests are going to be hanging out during your party, the best thing you can do for them is treat them before the party with a carpet protector, and that'll help repel liquids, stains. It's awesome. Okay, but you know I'm not great at the food stuff. And
you're wonderful at food. I'm like, yeah.
You know I'm not great at the food stuff. Let's just be honest about it. You know, I try, I do my best. I'm great at eating food. I'm great at eating other people's
You take the New York method, I cater.
Yeah, I'm great at Postmates.
I cater. Delivery, I'm great at putting it into a pot that looks good.
Like, what do I need to do here? Because I feel like I need to step my game up this season.
Take the shortcuts that you can. Intentionally make recipes that are make-ahead recipes.
Yeah.
So I can make this the night before. I can make this the day before.
Okay, see, that's where I need to live, because like morning chaos or pre-party chaos, while like I'm trying to fluff and get ready, but also make something, is just, that's never gonna happen. That's never gonna be in my wheelhouse.
Do your best to not make something from scratch the day of. If it's a sauce, if it's a casserole, do the prep you can the day before, and then just assemble and heat and serve. And it could be that ballet, you know, there's always that ballet of like, when do I cook stuff? When do I need to like keep this warm while I'm finishing this? And I've had to learn this lesson too with, you know, preparing food for family gatherings and events and stuff. If you forget something, your guests do not know.
You've made your favorite recipes, and of course you want them piping hot for your guest. But by the time you set everything out, it can get cold real quick. Here's how to serve and keep everything warm. Like my aunt always says, everything's best when it's hot and fresh. But when it comes to big family gatherings and dinner parties, it's best to plan ahead. When I'm hosting, I like to make a game plan of all the dishes I'm creating and how to serve them. Mini dishes can be made ahead of time, heated up, and kept warm in the oven. Other dishes that you make on the stove top, you don't want to keep on the heat too long because the bottom could scorch or they might dry out. So I prefer a gentler heating method to keep food hot all party long. Put those crock pots to work to serve food, and many crock pots can be so inexpensive. This is gonna keep these taters nice and warm. So you probably only have one slow cooker. If you're hosting a party, borrow from friends, neighbors, and family coming over so you have extra vessels to keep all your food warm. That's why you plan ahead. Coming in clutch. I needed an extra, so I borrowed this from my friend Mary Al. Even a rice cooker is great to keep things warm. Not just for rice. Oh yeah, that's heating up. Even a heating pad can work to keep your food warm. Take that in high gear and make sure it's on a heat-safe surface. Cover that up with a nice kitchen towel. That's pigs in a blanket on a blanket. The height of culinary presentation. I give that 2.5 Michelin stars. And the reigning champion for keeping food warm at a buffet, the chafing dish. Honestly, these things are amazing. You can use them for so many different events. They're built to last like a rock. I know you're asking, where's the beef? One tip for setting these up, fill it with water that's already hot. Now that will give you a good head start. Sterno's easy to find, really inexpensive to keep that buffet hot. It's so easy. What you bake in, you can serve in. That steam is a gentle, even heat to keep everything nice and hot. And that's how that's done. Ooh, all my favorite Never foods. Trash cans are out, food is done, playlist, check. Everything's ready. I forgot to send you an invitation. Up next on Problem Solved. Buffalo bites, buffalo bites.
Iron over the cloth to seal them together.
And later,
help your guests help you clean up.
I'll read you a story on the drive.
Bye-bye.
Having a group of people together just brings its own chaos. So you gotta be prepared.
Which, like, you kind of want as a host. I feel like I'm really game for the chaos. I'm like, bring on the chaos. I have a lot of adult friends that we may still consider kids at heart that, you know,
Thanks for calling me out. Thank you for calling me out.
I wasn't mentioning names. I wasn't getting specific for that reason.
I was getting a little offended.
You're one of my best party
guests. You made direct eye contact and you said, you spill all the time.
I do have adult friends. No, you always bring the vinegar. You know what you need to do.
I bring my own kit of things to clean because I know the mess that I'm so chaotic.
That's my perfect guest. You have manifested the perfect guest in my mind.
It's like when you have an emergency in a situation, like, is there a doctor in the house? You know, it's
That's
like,
you.
Oh, we have a spill on the couch. It's like, is there a problem solver
in the house?
Club soda, anybody? We've got it, okay. A blot, please blot, don't wipe,
You're
don't
my
rub.
cleaning doctor, 100%. Want to stop spills from raining on your party parade? Here's how to spill-proof your party. For protecting your tabletops from spills the easy way, think vinyl tablecloths. I know, they get a bad rap, but they've come a long way on the style front over the years, and they're easily wipeable and reusable. And if you just can't bring yourself to do vinyl tablecloths, you can always do these super fun DIY laminated placemats. They're super easy to make, and they're wipeable and reusable. All you need to make these is some nice thick wrapping paper you love, legal size laminating pouches, an iron, an old cloth, and then you just put the wrapping paper inside of the laminating pouches and iron over the cloth to seal them together. Stop stains and scary spills before they happen by ditching the red wine and red punch and opting for serving clear liquids instead. Avoid glass-shattering, stain-making disasters by serving drinks in more stable, wide-based, stemless, plastic or acrylic glasses. These are made from recycled plastic bottles, they're super affordable, they still look great, and they're reusable. Skip the saucy, dippy foods that make a mess and opt for bite-sized snacks that guests can pop in their mouths. And instead of just giving your guests napkins, set out plates, bags, or even snack boats to help wrangle food mess. These little bags are just so cute. But don't skip the napkins altogether because guests need something to wipe their hands on so they don't mess up your upholstery. You never know what's gonna happen with spills at a party and lots of revelry, so the best thing you can do to keep your upholstery safe is spray a fabric protector before your party starts to keep yourself sane. I always love having a party stain emergency kit close by so I can get to those stains right away. I pop in a stain cheat sheet so I always know how to clean everything. I love having some clean white cloths, Blue Dawn, Scotchgard, some Goo Gone, definitely Folex, water, rubbing alcohol, some Wine Away. It all helps. And I think I'm just missing some vinegar now. Am I out of distilled white vinegar? How is that possible?
Someone needs some DWV?
Oh my gosh! Perfect timing.
When in need, vinegar indeed.
You're the best.
I think a lot of people stress out when it comes to hosting dinner parties or having like a potluck type thing, and it all comes down to communication and preparation.
Yeah.
A lot of people let it be wild.
Yeah.
Bring whatever, and then you have 13 of the same dishes
from
all your guests.
Yeah, okay.
So, you know, a lot of people do, you know, plan, like, tell me what you're bringing, but I like to assign.
I feel like being assigned things is so much easier. Like if you told me, bring extra trash bags or bring X food item or whatever it is, or bring dessert, that's so helpful to me as a guest because I feel like I'm contributing, I'm helping.
Exactly.
And it makes my prep as a guest so much easier.
And if you're setting up a buffet or setting up areas as the host, you know what's coming, you know what you need, you know what you need to make space for. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fun gathering, sharing memories, sharing moments. So you don't want to be worried about all these other things.
Yeah.
You want to do it all before the party so you can actually enjoy.
There are those foods that are way better, crispy and crunchy. So you definitely want to preserve that texture. Oh, soggy.
Here's how to keep those tasty bites crispy.
If you're serving things right away, no problem, right? The best method for all-around crunch is a wire rack.
That way, the bottom doesn't get soggy.
If you're baking for that crunch, a wire rack will give you 360 crispification.
Even if you're deep frying or air frying, transfer to a wire rack to preserve that texture. If you're looking to keep that crispy food warm in the oven, leave it at 170 to 200. While you're waiting to serve it, this will help from drying it out or overcooking it. It'll be good in there for about 15 to 20 minutes while you can prepare other stuff.
If you're packing up for a picnic or a party, let everything cool in a single layer so steam doesn't compromise all that crispy work.
One for the road. Can't go wrong with a crunchy tater tot.
I like to bring an appetizer with a crispy exterior to parties and events, but I need to make a plan to heat that up when I get there, so I either use an oven or bring an air fryer. To reheat and re-crisp, set an oven to 400 degrees for about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on what you're reheating.
Let's get that crunch back.
You want that dry heat from an oven, an air fryer, but don't use a microwave. If you're looking to sauce things up, do that at the very end, right before serving.
Buffalo bites, buffalo bites.
You grow up, but a crispy nugget never gets old. That's a winner.
Coming up on Problem Solved.
Does the task of trash cleanup make you never want to throw a party again?
Transferring food from home to a potluck or a party can kind of feel like a Squid Game. Toy is a toy guy.
Just take it. Here, you can have it. No, take it. Take it right now. You're the best host, though. I feel like anytime I've like come over or you posted anything, you're also the best guest, though, because I kind of feel like when you're a guest, you might also be hosting. Like, I don't know. You're still like coordinating
Find a way to
everything.
contribute.
Yeah,
Find a way to contribute.
You're still the
Use your
ultimate
talents.
coordinator. I'm into it.
Well, that's what's good about parties. Play to people's strengths. My sister, she's great at decor. She's amazing at all the crafty stuff.
I love that.
So like, assign that to her.
Yeah.
You know? Other family members may be good at making a cocktail, so they're in charge of the bar.
Yeah,
Other people may be better at, you know, doing dishes. Yeah. You're on dish duty.
Perfect, that's me. I'm good for dishes, anybody?
You're good for dishes.
I can't cook,
you
but
know,
I'm good for
so
dishes.
play to people's strengths, something that they'll enjoy, you know, being in charge of, and also good at.
Like if you're really good at making cocktails and someone asks you to man the bar, how good does that feel, right?
Yeah,
like feel
especially when people are like, oh my goodness, you know, this is so good, or these decorations are so cute. You know, everybody can contribute and feel proud of the event. Transferring food from home to a potluck or a party can kind of feel like a Squid Game.
Trying to avoid spills, splashes, and all sorts of mishaps.
Here are some tips for transporting your favorite recipes. From casseroles to your favorite baked goods, you just don't want to throw those bare in your back seat.
So protect that precious cargo so it makes it to its final destination delicious and intact. I like to make sure anything I'm transporting to a party or event is in a microwave-safe dish or something I can pop into the oven to heat up. Let your dish slightly cool and then loosely cover it. This helps avoid buildup of extra steam and condensation. This helps retain heat, but that extra moisture can escape. For packing everything up, I love an option like a collapsible crate or even a cardboard box. Any kind of container you have laying around the house can work. Line with a towel to help pad everything out. That'll help protect everything and soak up any potential splashes. Some cardboard to make layers for stacking. Another towel to insulate and prevent clanking. Tuck that right in there. I'll read you a story on the drive. And don't forget any serving utensils you may need. Even use a cooler. It works for hot food, it's insulated, and will help protect all those recipes. Don't forget those tools. Ready to go. Some slow cookers are made to move with a latching system. Others are not, but we can fix that. Cover for an extra layer of protection. Careful if yours is hot. Now rubber bands are the hero to keep that lid in place. Stretch Armstrong. Reed Richards. Toit as a toiga. I also like to pack this in a crate or a box. It's added protection and will prevent it from sliding around. Easy peasy. Pies and baked goods can also be tricky. I like to use a container with sides that's roughly the same size. I had this in the garage. It's the perfect size. I just gave it a wash. You can use a towel to line the bottom, but better yet, I like a piece of grippy shelf liner. Not going anywhere. Some wax paper or parchment to protect the top, just loosely covered. The last line of defense. That pie is gonna be pristine when it gets to Grandma's house. With all this packed so well, it could survive a trip on Rainbow Road. Here we go. All my family dinners, all, our Thanksgivings, our Christmases, all those big things.
Oh yeah, you guys do it big.
We do it big.
You do it big.
But so many families, and you see this in movies and stuff, do the plated seated dinner.
Oh,
or
yeah.
like the, the family style dinner with all the food down the center.
We do that.
I have never done that before.
We do that and it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
That is quite a coordination.
I mean, it's delightful. Mother, I love you. You're amazing.
Yeah.
But it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot.
My family does we set the food out, people can eat whenever they want, however they want, wherever they want.
Yeah.
But you're not controlling where the food is. You're not controlling where people are doing things and eating and making a mess. So maybe having an area where this is where the food is, this is what you eat,
100%.
then you're protecting, the couch, the rest of the area.
Well, that's a help your guests help you deal, right?
Yeah.
So that's the whole idea behind prepping your house for party chaos is funneling your guests where you need them to go and telling them without telling them what you want them to do,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You're controlling the chaos, prepping the food and drink that you're serving, where you're serving it, how you're serving it, what kind of food and drink you're serving.
Yeah.
It can really make a difference in how trashed your house gets when you have people people over and people gathering and making merry.
And it's not about being the ultimate host, ultimate hostess. It's really about just doing things to make it easy on yourself.
Yeah, 100%. You have all kinds of parties this time of year. Families, friends, coworkers, and it's fun to host and it's fun to bring people into your space and bring them together.
Yeah.
But it can be intimidating. So knowing how to prep your house to sort of prevent some of the chaos, you'll want to host more and it's fun. Does the task of trash cleanup make you never want to throw a party again? Here's how to easily wrangle trash at your next bash. First things first, to easily wrangle trash, try using these cool collapsible trash and recycling bins. They're big, easy to store, and you can reuse them for the next party. Just make sure you put them somewhere guests can see them. This may seem obvious, but put the bins in plain sight where guests can see them in multiple locations if necessary. Help your guests help you clean up. And don't forget to always set a dedicated recycling bin next to your trash cans so guests know where to put their bottles and cans. That's always one of the biggest messes left over after a party. And if you live in a state where you can return bottles and cans for cash, that tip will make it easy to go get your money, boo-boo. And to protect your trash cans from liquid messes, it's a great idea to line them with newspaper before the party starts. And because you're probably gonna be taking your trash out multiple times during your party, it's a great idea to store trash bags right next to the bin, so when you walk away to take the trash out, you're never without a trash bag inside your trash bin. You can put the whole roll into a basket or a box that has an opening for a handle. You can pull the center bag through the handle, and then when you're ready to get a new trash bag, just pull it out. These are big ones. Ugh, and you're ready to rock. And if you want to quickly and easily swap out your trash bag without the fuss, try putting it on like a hat. Pull it over, pull it down, and then bam. And one great way to not end up with mountains of bottles and cans to clean up is do your beverages in bulk, like a pitcher or a keg. Now, one of the obvious ways to cut down on trash during a party is to use reusable plates and cups. And I know, the inconvenience of cleaning the plates and cups is real, but we're talking trash here, aren't we? A little bonus here, a cool online find that I love. These are made from recycled plastic bottles and they click together for easy storage. And here's your permission to ditch the difficult desserts and stick with simple finger foods that make for easy cleanup and don't create a ton of trash. And to get your guests in on some of the cleanup, easy desserts make for easy on-the-go party favorites. Bye-bye. Prep leftover containers that your guests can take home with them in a spot that's hidden away so no one sees them, but that are ready to go. Another easy way to cut down on trash and your own party cleanup time is to take flower arrangements that you have left over or party decor and give them to a local organization in need of some cheer or your own party guests as a party favor. Like you guys, just take it. Here, you can have it. No, take it. Take it right now. One of the things I really struggle with too is that at every party, the food gets cold. How do I avoid this? It plagues me.
Just serve cold food. Shrimp cocktail, popsicles, don't even cook.
Otter pops.
Charcuterie for all.
Charcuterie, yeah, I mean, not a bad idea.
You know, it's like, where are we going to dinner tonight? Or where do you want to go? And you have that back and forth versus like, here are the 3 options. What would you like? Like giving people options, giving people a lane to stay in.
Like when I asked you what kind of latte you wanted today, and you gave me a completely ridiculous answer that said, whatever. I don't know, just anything with almond milk. As in, like, you don't have a specific coffee order? You're trying to find yourself?
I feel attacked.
Oh, man. Oh, God, I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
Thanks for watching Problem Solved. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and check out some of our other videos like these 2 right here.